Alright, now you should have sound. What's up? What's up? Happy hump day. What's up, True Texans, Sly Angel, Zoe, and whoever else is in the chat that's not chatting. Hope everyone's doing well today. Today has been a busy day for me, as usual, as my life is the last couple of days. But today's also Brad's birthday, so it's a little weird for me and Dayton. I know Dayton gets sad today. So once we get through today, I'm free and clear. But I mean, I've been fine. I had babysit and, of course, working on my wood projects and my resin projects. And I'm super busy, yet not making money. Not a good thing. So I'll wait for more people to come in because Sinner really needs to listen to me tonight. If he's never listened to me before, and he's never going to take advice, he needs to listen to me tonight. So I'll give it a little more time. I'm not staying on long. I know I haven't been live the last couple of days. I'll tell you, while we're waiting for more people to come in, I'll explain. There's really, other than the floods, which everybody's watching on a million different channels, there's nothing for a drama channel to talk about except each other. That's it. I'm over it. I'm bored with it. I'm bored about talking about the same people over and over and over. I'm bored turning on YouTube and there's like nothing to even fucking watch. And majority of the subs want to talk about Britney. And no offense to Britney, but she's not that fucking exciting. Sorry, not sorry. You have people that claim people pocket watch them, and they're over there pocket watching Britney. It's pretty sad. So, hey, Blonde Gypsy. Hey, No Open. I think I said that right. Sinner not over, it is my bet? Huh? Sinner not over, it is my bet. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Speak English. Sinner, where are you? And that's what it just seems like. It seems like everybody's just talking about the same shit day after day after day after day. Every time I turn on YouTube, it's almost like the definition of insanity. I keep thinking something's going to be different. And guess what? Nothing ever changes. And people are paying for it. What can you do? This is what people want. I thought people were bad with me. I think Brittany gets it worse. I really do. Because with me, I don't know. I had CPS called to me 5 times, so maybe not. But I don't know. I just feel like it's different people. Yeah, I can't listen anymore either. It's different people, but like, for example, I was listening to QB late last night. I think it was, yeah, it was late last night. Or maybe, no, this morning. I don't know. But there was no one on. So I was like, all right, let me hear what she's up to. And I was, working while I'm doing it, while I'm listening. And she starts, I think it was Clue that came on. And Clue was talking about Britney's mortgage and all, like, why the fuck do you care? And getting all into like Britney's personal business about her son. I was like, oh my God, Clue, really? You don't sound too fucking obsessed. And just going on and on about like her mortgage and how it's not paid and oh, wait till, you want to see good. You should see my house. Bitch, please. We've all seen your fucking toilet. You're not impressive, Clue. Sorry, not sorry. Clue makes it out like she's rich or something. Okay, Clue. Whatever you say. Whatever gets you through the day, girlfriend. At least at least Queen Bee doesn't pretend to be rich. Like, at least she'll tell you straight up, I'm straight up fucking ghetto, and I live like shit, and I have shit, and all this other stuff. I can respect that. I can't respect Clue acting like, she's all high and mighty. Dude, you're not fucking Molly. Just stop. Even Molly said she grew up fucked up. Let me speak it out for you. Every time I have tuned into Sinner, it is the QB bash time. Do you understand? Yeah, that's because how he makes money. I mean, that's how I see it. That's what his audience wants. Just like QB and Clue and Jay talk about Britney because that's what their audience wants. When he tries talking about other things, he doesn't have many people in there. His audience wants to talk about QB. So he talks about QB. And that's just what it comes down to. So it goes back to what I say about, hearing about Britney. If you don't like it, tune it out. Don't watch it. Don't listen to it. There are certain times, or like, here's a good example of what I'm talking about. Voices made a community post that said, Britney, go get a job. Really, Voices? Show me one person over there that has a fucking job. From QB to Clue to Granny to Jay. I mean, come on now. Are you really telling somebody else to get a fucking job? Come on, Voices. Get over it. It's shit like that. It's just ridiculous. And you see this every day. And I'm just like, these people are so fucking unbelievably obsessed. Brandy Wine never takes a fucking night off. Every day, notification after notification after notification. But she's not obsessed. Okay. So, let me say what I gotta say, True Texan. And if you want to take a link, be my guest. Sinner, I hope you're listening. Right, Horseman? It's fucking ridiculous. Queen Bee is not stupid. She may not be the brightest educational-wise, but street smart, she's a hustler. She is very street smart, and she's a drug addict, and most drug addicts can be calculated when they need to be. Queen Bee has always hit me as the type of person, and this is one of the qualities I actually liked about her, is she will not pretend to be nice, but she can be fake to get what she wants. And that's not a bad thing. I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm just saying in general. But she's not stupid. And she knows how to manipulate. We see it every day, how she manipulates her audience. She has, maybe because she doesn't ever show her face and nobody can look in her eyes, but she is the type of person that the sky is blue, and she will convince 1,300 people that the sky is actually yellow. And by the time they're done looking at the sky, even though they know it's fucking blue, they'll tell, yeah, it's yellow. You're right, Queen Bee, it's fucking yellow. And somehow Queen Bee will convince all these people that what they're seeing is not actually what they're seeing. That's called gaslighting. Some people are good at it. Narcissists are usually good at it. Queen Bee is one of these people that is very good at gaslighting an audience. And her audience falls for it like Muppets. I mean, they really do. That's why I call them the Fraggle Rock gangsters. But stupid, she's not. She's calculated. So earlier today, I wasn't watching chat and I wasn't in it. So I don't know if he was stream swiping her, if he was playing a different video. I honestly do not know. But all of a sudden it goes dead silence. I'm like, what the fuck? And I see Sinner now got a copyright from Queen Bee. Ouch. Coming from the bee who plays fucking Britney 24/7 and who stream swipes Britney 24/7. Are you fucking kidding me? And you're gonna strike him? So at first I thought to myself, what a weak ass bee. Sinner, this is the part you need to be listening. What a weak ass fucking bee. Really, Queen Bee, after all the fucking stream swiping you and your buddies do on Britney, you're gonna fucking be a little bitch? So I'm, doing my nanny duties today, and I'm thinking about it. And it hit me. She's not stupid. That wasn't a weak move. That was one of the smartest moves she could have made for herself, and here's why. Sinner, if you go live on a second channel, that is exactly what she's waiting for. She will then take you the fuck down like she did Molly. And she'll say, it wasn't me. That is exactly how Molly went down. They can sit there and say over and over and over, that wasn't it, and it wasn't me, and yes, you did. You fucking reported her that she went live on another channel. Now, Sinner, you may say, oh, it doesn't matter. It does matter, because once you lose all your channels, you can never get them back. Ask Natasha Cooper. You can come back for a minute, and then you're fucking gone again. And you can play this game with YouTube, but you're not a big streamer. You're a brand new streamer. You have a following because of Queen Bee. So my advice to you, Sinner, stay the fuck off of the internet for 7 days. Now, you can go on Headlines panel. You can go on anybody's panel you want over the next 7 days. Absolutely. Do whatever the fuck you want. Go on Headstones. You say, Laura, let me on your panel. That's fine. Don't care. Personally, I think Britney should be striking them for you because you were only got struck today sticking up for Britney. It wasn't a copyright strike is a 7-day timeout, though. So how is it not a 7-day timeout? First strike is 7-day timeout. Unless he never got a strike before and it's a warning. But if that's the case, then he could go live on his other channel. But I'm just telling you, if he had, he got a copyright strike. That's a 7-day timeout. Unless it's his very first one, then you just get a warning. But she hit him with a copyright. Unless it's some new thing. I've never heard of that before. Copyright strikes are, and unless it's something new, I don't know. I'll look it up right now. Hold on. Yeah. If your active live stream is removed to copyright, your access to live streaming is restricted for 7 days. If you receive another copyright, the live stream restriction will last 14 days. If you get 3 copyright strikes, I've gotten copyright strikes. I know what I'm talking about. Cinnamon, I agree with you, and I'm going to get to all that now. I had said that to Patreons earlier. I said, look, if you, because like Sly said to me, like, I know someone else that doesn't strike, meaning me, but if someone is sticking up for me and they get struck because of it, you bet your ass I'm going to strike the fuck out of them. And Sinner knows how to strike. So what he needs to do is teach Brittany how to do it and have Brittany strike every single one of them. If she doesn't do that, then I would never stick up for her again if I was Sinner. That's honestly how I feel. Headstones, hear me out. I agree with you. But she didn't do it to be lame. She didn't strike him for being weak. She struck him as a power move. Let him go live tomorrow on another channel. She will report it. She will take him down and she will make him lose everything that he has worked for. She is not worth it. She is not worth the headache. She is not worth him losing his channels. She's just not worth it. Meaning Queen Bee. Brittany, on the other hand, like I said, if now that Sinner can't go live, going live on a joint channel, that's fine, as long as he doesn't own the channel. If the channel's not in his name, he's fine. But if the channel is connected to him, I mean, listen, he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do, but I'm telling you how she's playing this, and he going live on another channel is falling like putty in her fucking hands, because that is exactly what she wants. She wants him to go live on another channel so she can report it, so she can fucking take him down for it, and then say he's on a restriction, he's not allowed to go live, he's not allowed on his own channel, and here, that's how they got Molly down. And believe me, she wants Sinner gone. So this was a power move. He can play however he wants, but he will lose. And that's what I'm trying to make not happen. He can, do what he wants. He is brand new to YouTube. He is brand new to the games of YouTube. And he does not know. And I'm telling you straight up, it's a game he doesn't want to play because he will lose. Right now, she has the upper hand. When she struck me and I was down for 7 days, the way it used to be, like the way that, we used to, every one of us had a backup channel. And I have a few backup channels, but every one of us had a backup channel. And every one of us would just go live on another channel and nobody would say anything. Like, nobody would report it. We all did it. We struck to be assholes, but we all did it. And nobody was a dick about it. Nobody reported you on your backup channel. They knew you weren't going to get as many views on your backup channel. So that was a satisfaction in itself. But when QB struck me, I stayed off for 7 days. Why? Because I was never going to allow her that upper hand. I was never going to allow her to fucking take my channel, which is what she wanted at the time. Because she just assumed that I was going to, play like old rules. And I would go on a backup channel and then she'd get me. And then she would take everything that I worked for. No, I will never give you that kind of power. So that's what I'm saying. But Sinner going live on another channel falls putty right in Queen Bee's hands. That is exactly what she wants. That is exactly what she banked on. And the smartest thing he could do is not go live for 7 days. Wait it out. sucks to say it, but wait it out. And put pressure on Brittany to strike the fuck out of them. Because again, he was talking about Brittany. He was sticking up for Brittany when his channel went down, when she did the strike. You know, he said a couple things about QB, but for the most part, he was sticking up for Brittany. So, Brittany, you need to wake the fuck up. And you need to, now I understand why people say you like it. We know Queen Bee does not like Sinner because she strikes. We know that she doesn't want people hearing what Sinner has to say because she strikes. Well, the reason why people are saying, Brittany, that you enjoy it is because you're not striking. But if not for yourself, do it for Sinner. Because again, he's in the process of possibly losing his channels because of you. And because sticking up for you. So how can you repay him for that? Strike these motherfuckers down. Let them see, let Clue and Jay and Granny and Queen Bee see what it's like, because you claim, Brittany, that you are not going to talk about them anymore. That you don't want to talk about them anymore. Hold on. That you don't want to talk about them anymore. That you're done with them. Then be done. Strike the fuck out of them and move on. And if you don't want a strike war, then guess what? Don't play them. That's it. You claim you're done anyway. Then be done. Their obsession with you is because of this. And as I said before, I don't see you sticking up for Sinner the way Sinner sticks up for you. And, you know, I heard one of your mods, and I'm going to get into the whole C&D, but I heard one of your mods the other night who I thought was an idiot, but she was saying that she would I don't remember which one it was. I think Sarah, maybe? That she wanted to, oh, they would erase trolls and then you would pull them up anyway? Okay, I don't understand why. Block and delete. Plain and simple. Just block and delete. Like, I believe me, I've had my share of ex-mods. Believe me, my mods were the originators of fucking leaking shit. I don't want to say too much because she's now not with us anymore and she passed away. But back in 2019, one of my top mods got mad at me because we had a fight one night before my live. I told her, fuck you. I went live and she took our entire Facebook chat and gave the password to quote unquote the other side. We're talking a year's worth of Facebook chat. I kid you not. I'm surprised somebody didn't buy those because there were people looking to fucking buy them for real. I mean, they would have paid for them. That's how intense it was. And thank you, Lemonade. And I mean, it was bad. That's where half the shit that people say, like, you did this and you did that and you did this. Yeah, that was in 2019. We're now in 2025. So what I'm trying to say is, my point being that I know what it's like to have ex-mods. And I know what it's like for mods to leave and run to the other side. I should, you know, some of the ex-mods that I talk to, I should have them on. There's one of them that I still talk to periodically from 2019. I should have her on. The shit that they put me through and the lies that they went through, literally, just to fit in on the other side. That is exactly what is happening now. I see it with Britney. They run to Queen Bee and all them. They get love bombed. Oh, Britney's so horrible. You know, how dare her treat you like this? You were such a good mod. Weren't you her number one mod? Blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Been there, done that. So I know exactly what those mods are going through, and I know exactly what Britney's going through. The C&D thing to the mods, there's a lot of people that are like, oh my God, oh my God, I cannot believe she sent a C&D. Okay, look. Instead of analyzing the C&D, why don't you look at it as she's finally had enough? Why is it so hard to look at it like that? Why is it so hard to think, wow, she's finally at her wit's end? Mods hold a lot of secrets. A lot. I gotta be honest with you. Not that I did anything wrong, but I am truly fucking thankful that my last run of mods that left due to the CPS call, they didn't talk about anything. They didn't run to another side. And there's a few of them that left. They didn't run to the other side or reveal anything secret or private chats or private texts. I'm like, thank God, finally, a crew of mods that don't fucking do what my old mods did or what Britney's mods are doing. So Britney getting a C&D, I honestly don't know why everybody is so in awe over it. There's obviously a lot of private shit that she doesn't want out there, rightfully so. She has every right to that. Imagine if Ninny and JP released all the conversations. Thank you, Rock Jim. Released all the conversations that Queen Bee had with them. Queen Bee would be fucked. We all know that. She would be totally fucked. Britney's just needed attention. And that's how I see it. They were about to get fucking doxxed from Clue. They knew Clue was looking them up. And before I go on, let me say welcome Linda, welcome No Open, welcome Penny, House, Sunflower Girl, Tennessee. So the only one I don't know well is Tennessee, but I'm glad to see everybody else got members that are actually here. Thank you, Rock Jam. And by the way, YouTube wants us to promote memberships. So if you're hearing an influx of people promoting memberships, YouTube in our studios says people that promote their memberships have 3 times more members. So YouTube wants us promoting it. So everyone join membership. I want to be all green. I want 50 members. Bam. That's my first plug of the night. But there are only 50 likes, and we need that thumb up. Come on, guys. Hit that thumbs up. It's free, free, free. Hey, Indie Thinker. I agree that is the point I've been trying to make. What the X mod is. Yeah, Indy, you've been around a long time, haven't you? 2 years. Woohoo! Indy, you were around for Diane and Wendy days, weren't you? Or you weren't around then? I thought maybe you were. Anyone in here around for the Diane Wendy days? If you were, and you remember, if you were around in 2019, let me know. So, yeah. Britney's mods are getting their 15 minutes of fame. They're getting their little attention because they need the attention. Hey, Marlena, they need their attention. they need to act like Britney is the worst fucking person in the world and Queen Bee and everybody is just so wonderful and just so nice. Give me a fucking break. Clue was about to dox you. She looked up all your fucking names. She told you your name and you got scared. So instead, you went running over to them. Lemonade, no offense, but your parodies were far worse than JP's, and JP's were pretty bad. Yours are pretty bad. Hey, Fur Baby, you know what I'm talking about then. Adrian, I know you know what I'm talking about. Joy, you know what I'm talking about. You came during Brian Laundry. I thought you were a Diana Wendy person. Yes, you were, Adrian. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen all this before. We have seen what it's like to love bomb and what happened 23 months, woohoo, and to love bomb. And you know what's interesting too, at least my people, my mods were into drama and it was all drama. So they couldn't use the excuse, well, we didn't want drama and it's all she does is drama, like her mods. So when they're saying that, oh, we told Britney to go back to true crime, then why aren't you in true crime chats? Why are you sitting in fucking drama chats? I'm just curious. Because and this is just me personally, I know I think differently than many others. Hey, Brian, but I'm sorry. If I leave Queen Bee because I no longer want to associate with Queen Bee, I'm not going to go over to Sinners Chat and sit there and talk about Queen Bee all the time. If I wanted to talk about Queen Bee, then I wouldn't have left her in the first place. I'm talking like if I was a mod. I wouldn't have left her in the first place. So all these people, I mean, I know Queen Bee runs an open panel and anyone could go up for the most part, but it's like these people want a voice. What in the fuck do you want a voice on? What do you need a voice on? Because all I hear is Britney, 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 Britney. That's all these people talk about. And you're either too stoned or too fucking stupid to see the truth. Do you really think that they dislike Britney this much, people? No. They make money talking about Britney. And all the idiots in the chat keep paying for them to talk about Britney. I wouldn't talk about anybody this much. I don't care if you were my best friend, my lover, my lesbian lover. Not that I have one, but you know what I mean. Why would you talk about anybody this much and get this much into someone's life on YouTube? Money? That's why. And as long as people keep paying for it, they're going to continue to do it. So again, I said this like 2 months ago. This falls on the subs. As long as the subs are so excited to talk about Britney and hate on Britney, then all good and well, right? I just couldn't imagine talking about someone this much. And they jump from personal. Believe me, I've seen Trish come live when I wake up in the morning. I know she's on the other side of the world, but it'll be like 7 o'clock in the morning, let's say, and the dog, I have to go out. The dog has to go out. Trish is on. She's got 700 fucking people in there. What 700 people want to talk about Britney at 7 o'clock in the fucking morning? Like, this is insane. But again, I'm not going to fault the creator for making money. I'm not going to fault a creator as long as that's what their audience wants. And it seems to me that's what the audience wants. And I even Wispy will have like 10 people in there. Until Queen Bee's live is done, then they need somewhere else to go to talk about Britney. It's got to be mental issues. It really does. Because no offense, but Britney, again, is not that fucking exciting. I don't care about Britney's mortgage. I don't care about Craig. I don't care about the cat. It's so fucking insane to me how people don't see it. That's another thing. These kittens. Can someone fucking show me what was so wrong with these kittens? They looked fine to me. They looked like fucking newborn kittens. Everyone's like, oh my God, they were dying. I didn't see pictures of that. I saw pictures of baby kittens. But none of these people also know what it's like for somebody to go after your every move. If you breathe wrong, they got something to say about it. If you, I don't know, it's ridiculous. I know what it's like. And I've tried telling Brittany a long fucking time ago to stop talking about them. They will eventually stop. She didn't want to listen. But this was before she lost everybody. But again, I know what it's like to lose a bunch of people. I really do. But what I didn't do, no matter how much shit they talked, I didn't say a word back. And not with X-Mods. X-Patreon, same thing. Unless you came in here to fuck with me over and over and over and over and over, for the most part, I didn't say a word about you. People are still surprised that I don't talk shit about my ex-Patreons or my ex-mods. I don't believe in it. They can say whatever the fuck they need to say. At the end of the day, I know that I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Why? Because that's me. They're the ones that will have to live with their own karma. I know that I just don't reveal secrets. I don't need to reveal private shit we talked about, even to the ones that burned me. I just don't. I think that, have I made mistakes in the past? Absolutely. Do you ever see me release text messages? Nope. Do you ever see me? I mean, have I ever? Of course. But do you ever on a daily, no matter how bad they burn me? Nope. Sure don't. Privacy is very important to me. And when I see what these mods are doing, and some people think it's cool to let me show this text message or let me show that text message. No. I think it's wrong. I think it's disgusting. And running to quote unquote the other side because you're not getting enough attention with Britney. So you need to run over to QB or Clue. I got juice. I got dirt. I got this. I got that. Nobody gives a fuck. I mean, they're using you. If you think that they're your friends, they're not your friends. Okay? Queen Bee has enough friends. She doesn't need you as a friend. And as soon as you're no longer useful to her, you know what you're going to hear? This is what you're going to hear. You're going to hear, I let anyone up on my panel. I don't have to like you. I don't have to be your friend. But I'll let anyone up on panel. It's an open panel. That's how I run my panel. That's what she'll say. That's her escape of she don't like you. But, you know, she'll let anyone on the panel. But Do you really think these people are your friends? I'm just curious. Fur baby, Linda, I'll do. Where you going, fur baby? What'd I say? Don't eat while alive. I agree with that. I don't think anybody should eat when they're alive. Oh, you mean you? Oh, I got you. You'll just leave if someone does that. I thought you were gonna leave here. I was like, what are you fighting in chat? I gotcha. I gotcha. But it's my whole thing is if you're leaving Britney, then why are you running from panel to panel to panel to talk about Britney? That's the psychology that maybe you have to be stoned to understand that mentality. Maybe that's it. I'm just not stoned enough. Because that's what it seems like. It seems like all these people get high all day. That's another thing. People talking about Britney being on drugs when every single, well, I don't know about Clue, but Queen Bee's high all the time, openly. She makes no bones about it. Why are you worried about somebody else fucking being high when you're high? Make it make sense. But the way they talk is just fucking insane. They all talk like they're so much better. They're not any better. Jay has this obsession with Britney. Jay, you know, Jay, I believe, is my age. I think. She may be a little younger, but I think she's around my age. She thinks she's younger. She wants to be younger. But you obsessing over another woman? Jay, we did this 15 years ago. We did this 7 years ago. It's not a good look now. Grow up. You've accomplished a lot in true crime, and you had a lot of respect from the Chris Watts case before everything went under, and you had respect from JLR during Laundry. What happened? Now you just obsess over a female who, I don't know, puts money in your pocket? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck the deal is. But grow up. Clue? You're basically married. Why don't you fucking move on? What's this obsession over another woman? And it's constantly competition. I don't get it. I really, truly don't. Janky J is a whole ass okay, she's a grandma. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's weird. That was epic. Junkyard Stars, are you morbid? You're saying things that remind me of morbid. Hey, Branley. Something bad happened to BJ. I hope J. Clue and Queen get their money thrown in jail. Or get their ass thrown in jail. Jay's nothing but a mean girl who thinks she's the bad. But that's what I'm saying. She's just nasty. It's like I see a bunch of fat, overweight, middle-aged women making fun of somebody else who's overweight. None of them have room to talk, except Granny. Granny's the only thin one out of all of them. I don't get what they're going after Britney for. Hey, Rhodey. They talk about Britney's looks. Have any of them looked in a fucking mirror? Jay's not good looking. Queen Bee's not good looking. Clue's not good looking. I don't get it. I really don't get what they're all looking at Britney thinking that she's so much worse than them. And then you got voices making fun of Britney's looks. Really, voices? Someone needs to have you look in a fucking mirror. Because I'm sorry, Britney is better looking than you, voices. She's thinner than you, and she's better looking than you. Just saying. So if you're using a comparison to Britney that you think you're better than her, get your fucking eyes checked. Because I'm sorry, when I see Britney, she doesn't scare me. When I see you in the morning, sometimes you fucking scare me. Like I jump when I see your face. So let's stop with the fucking name calling or the going after Britney's looks, voices. You have zero right to go after someone's looks. Just saying. That shit's fucking annoying. Yeah, voice said AMAC was bigger. AMAC's beautiful. I don't care if she's heavy or not. She's still beautiful. Something that most of them cannot say. Clue scares you? She don't scare me. She's just low life. Fur Baby, if you heard her, oh my god. She'll sit on Queen Bee's panel going after fucking Britney's looks. Like, I'm sorry. The only person that could say anything about looks would be Granny. The rest of them are no better than Britney. I don't know why they all think that their shit don't stink. No. Sorry. It is a jump scare. Clues look scare you? Welcome, Jackie. Woo! We got a member. That's 6 members tonight, YouTube. Be happy. But you know what I'm saying, though? All these people want to, alright, so back in the day, I would call people fat, but I was fat. I can call someone fat if I'm fat. Like, Clue calling Britney fat. Britney can call Clue fat. I get that. But Granny should not call anyone fat. Because she's not. I am no longer fat, although I'm heading back that way. But I am not fat. So I can't call people fat. It's just wrong. But if you're fat, you can call someone else fat. It's just the way it is. I don't know. I didn't make the rules. But that's just how I see it. But ugly? Who the fuck are any of them to call anybody ugly? Just saying. Crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy. That, I don't know off the top of my head, but I've heard her go after fucking Britney's looks. Crease grease? I like that. But I just, the second you go for looks as a first run, you're done. Like, you lose. You absolutely lose. And I hear even people that don't even go on camera are talking about someone else's looks. Like, B. Tim, sit the fuck down. Until you show what you look like, B. Tim, sit the fuck down. Hey, Queen Bella. I love when B. Tim runs his mouth. Like, bitch, sit the fuck down when you want to talk about someone's looks. The fuck out of here. Can't stand him. Especially when he's talking about someone's fucking looks. Go on camera, bitch. Then you can talk about someone's looks. They are all childish. I 100% agree with that. But the dogpiling is out of control. The doxing is out of control. The gaslighting. And, I just have to laugh when I hear Queen Bee say, we're not the hate crew. We're doing this to help you. Bitch, stop. Just stop. You ain't doing jack shit to help her. But here comes another 50 drops. Here comes another 50 members. Here come another $100 dono. Keep supporting it. Especially from Britney haters. Britney haters just love to toss up that money. They all loved Britney at some point, but now Britney's the enemy. I'm telling you guys, if anyone's on Twitter, I even unsubscribed from Brandy Wine, and I still fucking get notifications. That bitch has at least 30 notifications a day about Britney. What does he look like? I have no idea. I could tell you he's thin, though. Just because I've spoke to him about what he eats, he's definitely thin. I think he looks like a Law and Order child pedo. That's what I believe he looks like. I know that sounds crazy, but you ever see the child pedos on Law and Order? That's what he reminds me of. I picture him balding, skinny, tall, and just looks creepy. That's my vision of him. B. Tim is older than his voice. I mean, B. Tim said, let me give you an idea. I was on Queen Bee's panel. We were talking about like the worst nights we ever had. I was talking about drugs. Queen Bee was talking about drugs, how we were high and all this other stuff. B. Tim's highlight of his night, his big night out, was they were up at 3:30 in the morning playing Scrabble. I kid you not. And it was so exciting. Me and Queen Bee were like, really? Like, we were waiting for more of the story. You played naked, Scrabble something. Nope. They just stayed up till 3:30 in the morning. They were playing Scrabble. They weren't even drinking alcohol. It was the weirdest fucking thing I ever heard. Weirdest. I was like, okay. Now I know what I'm dealing with. Gray hair. Oh, does he have gray hair? He has long hair and wears glasses. All right. Whatever happened to Boston Nick? Be Stupid could never go against Buzzy because he knows she'll out everything about it. There's nothing about him, though. Honestly, there's nothing to him. He is the most boringest motherfucker I've ever heard in my entire life. But he is her money. Because if you notice, when nobody else is on panel with her, she doesn't stay on panel. She'll bring a guest up and then leave. And the guest is like, hello, can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? But he feels like someone special when he's up on that panel. No, him and Jules broke up. I don't know what happened between them, but I know they broke up. He is really boring. That's what I'm saying. Like, but he thinks he's important. He thinks he's smart. He thinks he makes sense. So he sits on QB's panel and, talks to them like, oh, whatever the situation. I don't know. But you guys know what I mean. And then once a week, it's so special because all these people get to go over to Burnt Toast channel and listen to another avatar in a more mature way discuss woe is Britney and how bad Britney is. Isn't that a special treat once a week? Woohoo! That's the highlight of the subs night. At any given time, 24/7, they can find a stream about Britney. Yay! Oh my God. But everyone else is the problem, not them. Okay. And then you have ones that interrupt each other. Clue will go live while Jay's live, talking about Britney. And then Clue will go live, talking about Britney. And then Queen Bee will go live with Britney's mods. And they will all talk about how bad Britney is. And they'll all bring in the money while they pocket watch Britney. I saw, now Queen Bee bitches about pocket watching all the time. People pocket watch me. Why do you pocket watch me? This one's jealous of me. Blah, 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 blah. So then I happened to put her on the other day, and she says, and Britney got $200. I swear to you guys, I almost fucking texted and said, who's pocket watching now, bitch? Looks like you're pocket watching. Why do you care Britney got $200? Now I hear latest is Britney is grifting. What? I don't even give a fuck if Britney is grifting. So are your buddies. The only one that doesn't ask for money is QB. And you know why she doesn't? Because she doesn't have to. Because she's got like $150,000 in this lawyer fund. Where's the depots this summer? Weren't they coming like months ago? That you had to do depositions with Betty. Where's that? What happened to that? We're already in almost quarter into July. I haven't heard anything about that case in, what, a year? Depots don't take that long. So I'm just curious what is happening. Where's the depots? Oh, you don't have any. Shocker, because they're going to cost so much money. She probably makes more than her lawyer. And that's no joke. She's pulling about 20 grand a month. But maybe not so much with Barbecue Lady not dropping, millions of dollars anymore. She's probably back down to about 10. But either way, she's making 10 grand a month. I doubt a lawyer's making that much money. But carry on. But just stop pocket watching everyone. They talk about Britney's money like there's no tomorrow. Why you keep talking about Britney's money? Britney made this and Britney made that. It's none of your business. Does Britney talk about your money? I don't know. Maybe she did. I don't know. Narcos, I said that before. The ex-mods who don't want drama are in the drama. They run to the drama. All the ones that said, oh, we want true crime. Okay, they go to true crime channels. But no, you're just up in Britney channels. Let's talk about Britney. I've never seen so many fucking women want to talk about one not exciting woman. It makes no sense at all. At all. Is Super Chat broken? Because I haven't gotten any Super Chats. Cash App is not broken either. I see Maj dropping it. I'd like to clip all the stuff. Let's go back to Nana for a second. Nana, you were Britney's bestie. You had her back forever. You were her diehard. So because she's not a psychiatrist, you ran to the other side. Do you think that let me go back one. Ask Voices how great these people were when her grandma died. Go ahead, ask her. Ask her how they rallied around and were so there for her. No, they weren't. She got flowers. JP went out of her way and sent her own gift. I thought that was very nice of JP. Hey, SoFlo. SoFlo, you're not green anymore. But yeah, go ahead and ask Voices, who sits on QB's panel every fucking night. Ask her how great of a friend she was when Voices lost her only real family member. a woman that she idolized and loved to pieces. Grandma was grandma. We all knew her as grandma. She was the most important person in Boyce's life. And yeah, they said, "Oh, so sorry to hear about grandma." They didn't give two fucks. They sent flowers one time, I think. And a couple of people, sent private gifts. Thank you, Horseman. There we go. Horseman starts off right. And honestly, I mean, she really was the most important thing to Voice's life. I didn't send her anything, but I called Voices a few times to check on her to see how she was doing because I knew how important her grandma was. Do you think QB or any of these people were heartbroken? Or do you think they even thought about it more than once? This is a girl who sits on her panel every single night. Every night. And I'm talking to Nana. So Nana, should Brittany have taken up a fund or whatever? I don't know how her Discord works. I don't even know if she has a fucking Discord. But should she have maybe done something? Maybe. But for you to run to the other side and be like, woe is me, and poor me, and poor me. I don't blame Brittany for telling you to go fuck yourself. I don't. I would have done the same thing. That's just me, though. So, yeah, Voices was hurt. She really was. But she forgot and moved on. Obviously, she's back on her panel. And Sinner said something that I can't deny. When he said, Voices, they don't even fucking like you. He's not wrong. Because when you ask QB about Voices, she'll be like, well, I have an open panel, and I'll let anybody on my panel. That's saying she does not like you. Welcome, Brittany Bell. That's saying she doesn't like you. And she'll just let anyone up on her panel. Because she doesn't say that about Clue. She doesn't say that about, well, Granny and Jay don't go up on a panel anymore, but she didn't say that about Voices. I mean, about Beats Him or Ellie. She doesn't, but she says it about you. So I don't think Sinner is so wrong with that. I really don't. I think he's got a point. But one thing I do have to say to Sinner, because every time he says it, it drives me fucking insane. And as someone who went through a 6-year custody fight, I know this. Queen Bee did not lose custody of her kids overnight. You have to go through hearings, and it just doesn't happen like that. And he's always like, she lost custody to a father. It doesn't work like that. The state cannot just come in and take her kid. There has to be court hearings. There are no court hearings. I mean, there may be court hearings for it, but you don't lose your kid overnight. That's one thing he says that I cringe every time he says it, because I'm like, I got to straighten that out. I don't know if Sinner doesn't have any kids or what the deal is, but yeah, that's not the way it works. And they don't just pick up your kid, take him out, and now you lose custody. It doesn't work like that. Now, if the girl's old enough that she wants to go live with her dad, that still needs to go through a court hearing. And even though they're in a custody fight, unless it says on the paperwork that the father was granted custody, then that's a different story. But I don't see that paperwork. Oh, you can totally tell when they don't like a person on panel. Totally, 100%. And I agree with you. So, there are things, believe me, there's things about QB I do not like. But I don't like lies either. And the bottom line is she did not lose custody. Could she lose custody in the end? Yeah, that's possible. After, custody fight, but it depends how old the girls are. I don't even know how old the kids are. So, I agree, Fur Baby. Her kids in custody is none of our business. I totally agree with you. But when he always says she loses custody, I cringe because it just doesn't work like that. You just don't lose custody overnight like that. Especially if they're in a court case, everything has to go through the courts, unfortunately. And it sucks when the courts own your children, but I've been there. I know what it's like. And everything has to go through the courts. So I just want to clear that up. Nothing against Sinner. I just think he doesn't know. I just think, and a lot of people don't know. A lot of people would think, oh, you lose custody that quickly. It just doesn't work like that, unfortunately. And the laws of custody are so fucking 1940. It's ridiculous. But one of the hardest things in the world to do is take custody away from the custodial parent, whether it be the mother or the father. Whoever has custody at the time of a custody fight, it is almost impossible to pull custody away. You would have to be like the worst person in the whole wide world. That's another thing while I think about it. Brittany. People talk about Brittany's kids. Brittany's kid situation is not my business. Whether Brittany has 5 kids, 3 kids, 2 kids, lives with 5, who cares? That's her private life. It's her personal business. And if you don't want Sinner or anybody else discussing your children or your kids, then why are you and your buddies discussing her kids? That's what I don't get. I don't understand how you can sit there and, talk about Brittany said she only had 3 kids on an interview and blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's talking about kids. That's no different than what Sinner does to you. So why is it okay for you to talk about Brittany's kids, but it's not okay for Sinner to talk about yours? Make it make sense. You can't. You just can't make sense of it. It doesn't make sense. So more, houses on mortgage, everything that QB flips out about, everything that Granny flips out about, everything Jay would flip out about, all of this shit. And they do it to Brittany. Why are you going to do it to Brittany then? I know, right, Soulflow? Hell, I agree with that. I used to say that too. And then my haters would be like, oh my God, she doesn't like her kids. Oh my God. I love my kids, assholes. But yeah. Here's my thing with B. She's having someone do behind the scenes dirty. Oh, absolutely. She absolutely is doing dirty shit. So I'm playing that game. I will post her shit every day on X. But see, Narcos, that's what I'm saying though. She's doing it to other people. She's doing it straight up to other people. And then cries when it's done to her. You can't have it both ways. It's either okay to do or it's not okay to do. But you can't fucking bitch when someone else does it. If anyone said anything, but people wanted to pull, oh, thank you. People wanted to pull for a gift for Nana, and I saw Nana come on Britt's live and confirm she told Britt that she wanted prayers and no more. Let me repeat that louder. I was going to read Linda. Yeah, they're dirty. I'm behind. I don't know if anyone said anything, but people wanted to pull for a gift for Nana or money for Nana. And I saw Nana come on Britt's live and confirm that she told Britt that she wanted prayers and no more. That's interesting.
Okay.
Hold on, what?
So I went to the mechanic today to talk about my AC and my window.
Yeah.
And they said my window could be a couple minute fix. They said there might just be like a loose wire or something. To get my AC recharged, it's 400 fucking.
Yeah, I believe it.
Dude, I was like, how much would it be just to get my AC fixed? You probably just need to recharge the Freon or whatever. I was like, do you have an estimate? She was like, what kind of AC do you have? I said, I think I have like 124A or whatever. And then she was like, yeah, it's gonna be 350. And I was like,
go to Ace.
Huh?
Go to Ace Hardware.
No, I went to the Madison Automotive place or whatever. I walked out. I was like, fuck no. I might have them take a look at my window though, because they said they'll look at it for free, and if it's just a loose wire, it's gonna be free because it's only a couple minutes. But yeah, shit was crazy. Or are you live?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Sunday, I'm probably gonna have Marines come over.
Okay. Child alert! Child alert! And I agree with you, Narcos. Then she should stop doing to others. I totally agree. All right, so let me back up. Yep, that was dirty when they doxed out the older 3 and 2 are my. She really has 5 kids. She's young. They have nothing to do with this. They're innocent. That's why I would have lost my shit completely and went door knocking. None of that should have anything to do with True Crime Channel. I do think Brittany tells way too many personal. I did too, though. No, she considers friends in chat, but not everyone is. I do, Linda. Just do a PayPal pool for the AC. I might as well. Everyone else does a PayPal pool. You're right. I need to get an oil leak fixed way before his fucking AC. I have an oil leak. Everyone's like, I think your oil's leaking. I said, yeah, I know. Like Jay says, close your cooter. Like, that's gross. I put herself out on X. Her RO has been reopened. Yes, I heard about that. Her restraining order. Yeah, Sinner said something about that. She was lying the other night. I don't know what it was about because he didn't really get into it. But either way, like her restraining order, of course she lied about it. She lies about everything. Everybody knows that. She just fucking lies. But there's certain things she's not lying about. Hey, eavesdropper. Jay said, Jay's fucking gross. Ask Jay. Do you guys know about Jay's cunt club? This is how great Jay is. Jay also had a bunch of mods leave her. Maybe she feels bad, but Jay called all her subscribers. They had a list. It was called a cunt list. And her and the mods had this list of all the subscribers that they viewed as cunts, bitches, whatever, all by name. I don't know if it was Patreon, members, Discord, or just subscribers. I don't remember, but there were a lot of names on this list. And lo and behold, her mods turned on her and aired this list. So every single person on that list knew what Jay actually thought of them. So all of you subscribers to Jay that think she's such a good person, she asked her about if you're on her cunt list. Does she still have the cunt list? Probably not. But yeah, all her mods turned on her and she was fucking outed. Yeah, she is disgusting, but she was outed. And she lost a shitload of mods. And a shitload of subscribers. Yeah, I think that was 2019. It was way back when. And they all ran over to Critical K. Because that was her enemy. Yeah, Jay was involved in CPS calls. Jay was involved in swatting calls. Jay is no fucking angel. Jay used to make JLR do all her dirty work.
I will be right back. I have to go Scott's house and pick up some clothes I left there yesterday.
Take Karma.
Huh?
Take Karma.
With me?
Yeah.
You really want me to?
Yeah.
Come on. Come here. Come
on. You thought she was a lesbian? No, and then she got mixed up with Lana from Truth and Transparency with the what's his name? Fucking Chris Watts case. And then, she did some shady shit. And then she was getting sued by News Nation for like $10 million, which I believe she lost the case. I don't know what came of it. But I know she lost the case. Hang on. Ugh. All right. He took Karma. I can get some peace around here. Yeah, she got sued by WFLA. She did. She lost, right? Pretty sure she lost. But then Critical K got sued. But yeah, Jay got sued from WFLA for running their show, for copyright, running their show, and not even being on screen. It was not even fair use. She was making money by playing it and moving on, and going to the store or doing whatever. She's trash. Critical K could tell you about her for fucking days. She did lose. I thought she did. Yeah, the laundry case. No, not laundry. It wasn't the laundry case. No, she got sued before laundry, I'm pretty sure. But I might be wrong. I don't remember. But JLR and Jay were very close. And it all started with Molly. Molly's the one that made Jay even have a name. But yeah, Jay's a piece of shit. And then when Jay's True Crime was getting like 1,000 views for a while because of all the shady shit she was in, she fucking hooked up with Granny. And Granny saw 100,000 subs and thought she was the bomb. Like, oh my God, this girl with 100,000 subs wants to be my friend. She doesn't know Jay fucking used the fuck out of her. But that'll blow up. You'll see. I think Natasha got in trouble. I don't know. Natasha's gone now too. She can't play News Nation or any of the Nexstar media for a lifetime. Oh, she didn't have to pay money though. But Natasha got banned again too. Molly got banned again. Natasha got banned again. Crazy. Crazy. Hit that thumbs up. 7 new members, 1 super chat. Come on. I'm feeling lost. We need love. Love, love. Said she had to pay them $10K. Did she really? I know they sued her for like $10 million. Molly got banned again. You thought I saw a ghost? Yeah, Molly got banned again. She was fucking boring anyway, though. She got really boring. Natasha's back getting married to it. No, I think that's a joke. I heard that was a joke. She has the worst luck. Yeah, I don't know who reported this channel, though. I didn't think anyone even fucked with her anymore. But I wouldn't doubt it if it was like JLR or a J. I wouldn't doubt it for 1 second. I could see JLR doing it. Hands down. Or someone doing it behind the scenes, like, Mallory or something like that. I could totally see that. There's a lot of shady shit around here. A lot. Molly's fall from grace was also epic. Wonder Tina's doing the dancing redhead? Who's Tina the dancer from Lolcow community? Where has Betty been? Is Betty even still around? I don't even get notifications for Betty anymore. I was like, wow, is Betty even still alive? Not like physically alive, but I haven't seen Betty at all. Because my notifications are all Brittany, 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 Brittany. But by the way, for those of you that are into true crime, speaking of Betty and Molly, Misery Machine, the channel Misery Machine, they actually did a video on Quentin Simon. I think it was put out yesterday. It was actually pretty good. I watched it today. Betty's been around. There's not even much true crime I'm interested in lately. Oh, there's a couple of things, but not much. Ah, thank you, Amber. Yeah, I never see Betty anymore. Betty's living her best life. You might be right, Sly. You definitely might be right. Yeah, but the thing is, like, QB turned into Molly. She really did, without the entertainment factor. Or without the money factor. I don't know. But she definitely turned into QB. I mean, sorry, QB turned into Molly. Betty, I don't know what Betty's up to. Betty's been going live to pay her legal fees, they say. What, with Sebastian? Legal fees for Sebastian? I don't know. 3 more thumbs up, guys. We need 3 more. We'll be at 100. Woo-hoo! 2 more. 2 more. One of these days, I'll get back on camera. QB wish she could be Molly. QB has no person. No, I agree with you. So I totally agree with you. But I'm saying the way she runs her channel is exactly how Molly ran her channel. Like, exactly. I'm like, oh my God. She literally thinks she's Marissa. Everything she bitched about Marissa, she turned into. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Woohoo! 103. So I have a question for you guys, totally off subject. But I've been thinking about this for hours. Whoop. I've been thinking about this for hours. So you're a parent. You are in a different cabin than your children. Your children stayed with grandma and grandpa. You're 5 cabins away from them. There is a storm that you need to get to them. You get in a kayak, you started going to them. You know if you don't get to them, they're going to die. But it's too tough. You know if you keep going, you're going to die. What do you do? I have been thinking about this all day. Someone in the floods had turned around. He was trying to get to his daughters. His 2 daughters were with his parents. I think it was the Hammond family, but he knew. He got in a kayak. He told his wife, I have to get to them. Only 2 kids. Like, those were his only 2 kids. He realized halfway to them, if he continues, he's going to die. If he doesn't continue, they're going to die. And I really have been thinking about this all day. Like, I don't know what I would do. I do not know if I would take my chances and keep going, or turn back around and be with my wife who's waiting for me. Like, could I live with myself knowing that I was going to die if I kept going? And then who am I helping? So it's just very strange. And I really have been thinking about it all day. I've been thinking, fuck, what would I have done? Would I have turned back around? Would I have taken my chances? I don't know. I've just been thinking about it all day. It was a story that from the river. And the 2 girls were found with hands locked. Well, he did try at first. He borrowed a kayak. He told his wife, you go to higher ground. I have to go get them. And the girls text them and said, I love you. Text the other grandma in Michigan, said, I love you. So they knew they were going to die. And they were found, allegedly, they were found with their hands locked to each other, like their arms were locked to each other. But I said the same thing. I don't think I could have turned back around. I think that I would take my chances trying to save my kids. I don't think that I would turn back around. But again, you don't know, because then if he knew his kids and his parents were going to die, that means his wife would have been left all alone to grieve. And she would have grieved everybody. So I don't know if he did the right thing or not. I would never want to be forced with it either. See, I can swim, though. But they still haven't found his parents. They did find that both daughters, arms locked, deceased, but his parents are still missing. But crazy, though. Absolutely fucking... I don't know. I've just been thinking about it all day. Because I think I would go for it. But at the same time, do I want to leave my husband with nobody? No kids, no parents, nobody. And if he had a feeling the daughters were going anyway, better lose 2 than all 3 of them? I don't know. I just, like I said, I've been thinking about it all day. It is devastating. It's kind of like, if someone broke in and you could only save 1 kid, who would you save first? I'd save all 3 of them and I'll take the hit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just thinking about it. Like, when he tells the story about how he had he realized that if he kept going, he was like 3 cabins away at this point in the kayak, and he realized that if he went any further, he was never going to be able to make it back. So I just couldn't imagine. Same thing happened with their last death in 87? Huh? But yeah, like, having multiple kids, that's the one thing I think about. Like, who do you save first? How do you save all 3 of them together? When you only have 1 kid, it's a lot easier. But yeah, the girls had texted the mom, and someone else said, I love you. But that's why kids should always stay with their parents. But he woke up, and that's how they woke up. Oh, it was a bad flood in 87. Well, yeah, and because it came up so fast. And another thing he said was it was pitch black. Because I thought of that too. Like, did nobody know how to swim? They couldn't grab onto anything. But one thing he said was that it was pitch black. You couldn't see anything. That makes sense how so many kids died. If you can't see anything, you can't save yourself. If it happened in daylight, you'd be able to see which way to go, anything. Imagine pitch black on the water. You can't see what you're running into. You can't see where to swim to. And you have this super strong current coming. That makes a big... I didn't even realize how dark it was. Because remember, all the lights were out because everything got flooded. So you're not going to have any power. You're not going to have any street lights. You're not going to have any cabin lights. And anyone that's ever gone camping, you know how fucking dark it is. That kind of makes it that much worse. They couldn't see where to go. It was pitch black. And they're, being dragged understream. In that darkness, you don't know which way is up and which way is down. So they're being pulled underwater. They don't probably lost any, conscious of which way's up. It would be terrifying, especially being a kid. So it definitely makes sense to me why so many people died and, couldn't swim on something, couldn't swim to shelter, couldn't, catch their breath, something. Makes perfect sense because they couldn't fucking see. And it's so sad. And again, I did not even realize that until today. Until I was reading this one particular story. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because, yeah, imagine fucking camping and it's pitch black and you can't see anything and now you get swept underwater. You're not even going to know which way is up. Now, what I'm hoping for, some of these people that are missing, they're going to find. Like, maybe, just maybe, they got somewhere and they just can't, they don't know where they are. They can't get out or something. But it's crazy. It's sad. It's crazy. It's wild. But I couldn't imagine being pitch black and now you're swept up by water. That's insane. And everything's waterlogged. Crazy. Oh, you don't think so? No, I think they will. Because it's not like they were eaten by sharks or anything. I just think they got pulled so far downstream. They'll find him eventually. But who knows? Maybe some of them are like in the woods somewhere. Oh, I agree with you, burden of proof. But like I said, imagine all that happening in pitch black. They found a 9-month-old? I agree. It is heartbreaking. Oh, we camped there in 1980s. There was always bad rains each time. Yeah, I wouldn't go camping there. Where'd you go? What'd you get? What'd you get?
I'm gonna get my phone.
Shut my door. Shut my door.
Shut.
No, before. What's out? Why is Winston such a pain in the ass? Oh, a deceased 9-month-old? Aw. Hold on. Karma, go! There's another guy, though, who died holding his kids. He would not let go of his children, and they all ended up dying, I think. Or the kid lived and he died. I think he wouldn't let go. I wouldn't let go of my kids either. I think I would take the loss because I wouldn't let go. But then again, I'm single. It might be different if I had a husband or a real husband. So sad. What was Nicole saying about chat? Let me see if I can scroll up. I'm curious why the chat on your screen is too big for the chat box that is also on the screen. Because I made it that way so people can read it. You like it better like that, I can fix it. I just made it bigger. I fixed it just for you, Nicole. Huh. What's the death toll up to? It is heartbreaking stories. I have an issue with all these GoFundMe, all these GoFundMes. I think they're like, once you reach your goal, then stop getting money for it. And it doesn't cost $300,000 to have a funeral. So I think some of these people are using it to pay for their cabins. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people who need money from GoFundMe, that lost people in the floods that haven't even thought of doing a GoFundMe yet. Like, they're still trying to find their missing, relatives or whatever. It's horrible. I think this was the biggest, the worst natural disaster in Texas. I think it was one of the worst in history because it just happened so quickly. But some of the stories are just so intense and so sad. But I think, what would I do? I would probably be that person that held on to my kids till I couldn't hold on anymore. See, there you go. Your eyes liked it bigger. That's why I made it bigger. I could move this over. I could have that like that. I could take away the chat so you can't see it. There you go. How's that? Is that better? All fixed. There you go. All better. All right. So let me circle back. Just in case anyone missed it. Sinner, I'm begging you, please wait out this 7 days. Do not give Queen Bee any fucking ammo to take your channel, because that is exactly what she'll do. And I don't want to see you lose your channel over trash like her. It's not worth it. You want a voice? You can come on my panel. Go on Headlines panel. Anywhere. Just don't give her the power to take your channel. Good night, fur baby. Yeah, I like it bigger too, burden approved. That's why I made it bigger. So there you go. There you have it. I'm getting off in a few minutes anyway. I got to go practice my resin. Yeah, use Rumble, use Kick. Oh, no, I'm talking to GoFundMe's for individual families that, you know, have $300,000 goals and $250,000 goals. Come on, it doesn't cost that much to have a funeral. Let's be real. Gets me is people like Dolly should be out there helping search. Even mentioning they need volunteers won't go help because he got a $900 water bill from filling his new swimming pool. Why does that surprise you, Midnight? Now, GoFundMe did their own pool, and that's probably what you're talking about, moderator. They donated $100,000. Oh, Dolly's donations are to help look for the missing, not swimming pools and tiki bars. Dolly has always been a scammer. Where have you been? Like, literally, he's always been a scammer. But I know what you're saying, though. Dolly has never looked for a missing child. Dolly has seen, and I don't watch Dolly, but I don't hate Dolly or anything. But Dolly has always been an opportunist. Yeah, Sinner got a strike today, from a copyright strike from QB. And I'm begging him not to go live. Yeah, I'll show you how to use Kick. Go on Rumble. Just don't give this bitch the opportunity to take you a channel, because she will. It just said he is needed for one. Oh, you're right, though, Midnight Angel. You're 100% right. Because, you know, Midnight Angel's got a point. Dolly has always said he's for the missing. You know, he had to get a trailer because it was for the missing. He had to get everything because it was for the missing. He needed a truck so he can help go look for missing people. So, Midnight, you're not wrong. Now I agree, Junkyard. Grifting is out of control around here. He can fight it, but it still doesn't take away the 7-day. He should fight it. Just give a fake address. Don't give her your real address. That could be another reason why she struck it. She may have struck it to get his information. Either way, there was thought process behind it. She didn't do it just to be a cunt. She did it with meaning. There's meaning behind it. She did it for a reason. I didn't even think the address, but that could be another reason. It's not a false strike, though. It was a legit strike. I think he was stream sniping her. I mean, was it fair use? Yeah. He'll win if he fights it on fair use. But unless she's taking him to court for a copyright, I would not give you a real address. I'd give an old address. That's what I don't give my current address, even though it doesn't even fucking matter. But if someone ever sued me from YouTube copyright, they're never going to find me because they're going to get an old address. And it's not wrong. When I signed it for YouTube, I had that address. Yeah, always give an old address. Unless, like, you really fucked up, you know, and somebody is going to really sue you and expect paperwork. But that's why I stay away from copyright strikes. Right now, my record is 0. But I know a lot of people have been waiting for QB to get a copyright strike so they could take her down. But Brittany doesn't want to do that. All Brittany has to do is strike fucking Jay once, strike Clue once, strike Trish once, strike fucking QB once. Trust me, Brittany, they'll shut the fuck up. And as soon as they went live on another channel, bust them. Plain and simple. Just bust them. You're right, Sunset, but for me, it doesn't even matter anymore. Like, everyone knows my address because of my business, or you can look up my address. So it's kind of pointless. But way back when, yeah, you're right. I should have. Yes. All right, I'm glad you're here, Sinner. Just hear me out. I don't know if you heard this earlier. You should counter it, 100%. But don't go live because she's looking to take you down. She did not do this without malice and without calculation. And I think what she did was she wants you, like putty in her hands, and as soon as you go live on a second channel, she's going to strike it down. And once she strikes it down, it's going to be the exact same thing that happened to Molly. You went live on a second channel, the fucking bees and crew went to YouTube. They are not supposed to be live on this channel because their other channel, they have a ban. They say they didn't do it. I don't believe them. I believe they did do it. No, but I'm saying don't go live on a backup channel. Don't do it until YouTube says you can go live on your main channel. Trust me, she is doing this with purpose. And I don't want to see you lose your channels. Okay? Just telling you. I've seen it before. I've been around a long fucking time. And I just don't want to see her take all your channels. And that's what she's banking on, and that's what she wants. She wants you to go live on another channel so she can then report to YouTube that you are not allowed to be on a channel. You are not allowed to be on a second channel while you're on a strike ban. And that's what she's banking on. And it's what they were banking on with Molly. And Molly fell right into their hands. And boom. Done. So, I just think that's the game she's playing. And I just don't want to see you lose your channel. I don't want to see you lose everything you've worked for her. She's not worth it. She can keep on banking. All right. I'm just telling you. Oh, yeah, it was her. It was in the middle of his live. He was live. And it said, this stream was taken down due to a copyright strike by Queen Bee. So, like, Cinna wasn't here early. Either were you, Marie. So before I get off, I'll explain what I was talking about. She, at first when it happened, I was like, oh, what a fucking weak-ass bitch. She fucking plays Britney every day. She stream swipes Britney every day. And here she's going to fucking hit Sinner. What a weak-ass bitch. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, wait a second. This wasn't weak. She calculated this. She is exactly, this is what she wanted. Because now, if Sinner goes live on another channel, then she can take she can go to YouTube and complain about it and say, he's live on another channel and not supposed to be. He was banned. I gave him a copyright strike. Blah, 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 blah. And boom. I'll be reposting a live from today. I don't think you can. Unless it was unless you have it recorded. If you have it recorded, I think you can. No, Sinner, I don't. I know her. I'm not giving her too much credit. I know this game very well. I've been in it a long time. I know what she's thinking. And I'm telling you, that's what she's thinking. And again, you don't have to listen to me. I'm only giving you advice on what I know. Sometimes it's smarter to not bite your nose to spite your face. And sometimes you should listen to other people who have been around YouTube for many years. She has been around YouTube for many years. She came from a fucking scammer. Totally scammer. That's who she came from. She knows the game. K and J used to fucking strike each other constantly. They used to play this game back and forth. Critical K became friends with one of Chris Watts's exes or something, and then Jay pretended that she was Chris Watts' ex and faked it on her panel. Like, these people are scammers. And that's why I telling you, I know what she's thinking. And she did it to Molly. Despite her lies, she did do it to Molly. They did take Molly down. And that's what I'm saying. You don't have to listen. Just don't be surprised. Yeah, I don't pay for Restream, so I don't. They tell me all the time, you have nothing recorded. I would need to buy space or something. I forgot they record shit. That's what I'm saying, Linda. Like I said earlier, she needs to fucking strike for Sinner. She does. Sinner's whole live today was sticking up for Britney. Britney needs to strike them for Sinner. That's how she could thank Sinner for always sticking up for her and for always having her back. That's my opinion. She don't want to strike for herself, that's fine. Strike them for Sinner then. That's what you need to do. Well, you struck Sinner, well, I'm going to strike you then. And if she doesn't, then Sinner, it would be dumb to constantly stick up for her. Have my back, I'll have your back. Don't have my back, well, why the fuck would I have your back? So, but as Snoopy says, not my business. Just putting advice out there. People don't have to take it. But I've survived this YouTube streets for this long for a reason. Most people would have been gone. Most people would have been gone years ago. But not me. It's keep on trucking. But I'm going to get off. I'm going to go practice my resin because I suck at it. But I'm getting better. I'm trying. Trying to figure out how to make favors for Sage's shower. Yeah, he was trying to help her 100%. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if he wants to, if she does nothing about this and he wants to still stick up for her, that's not my business. But she needs to fucking do something. Because again, he got struck sticking up for her. So it's her call. But not my business. But I'm going to go practice my resin. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Thank you for listening. I was going to be on like 45 minutes. We went 2 hours. We got 118 thumb ups. Woohoo! 7 new members. Some super chats. It was a good night. I will see you guys tomorrow. I don't work Thursday and Friday, so we're going to get back to candles, although I still got to paint. But we're getting back to candles. And I know a lot of people are asking me to put different candles on the website. We got that. We're doing that tomorrow. So tomorrow night will probably be Candle and Crime Live. Or, I don't know, Candle and Hate Live. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But until then, I will see you guys tomorrow. Keep praying for those who are still missing. There's 1,000 GoFundMes out there. If you do want to donate to the firemen, or the GoFundMe actually did a GoFundMe for, I know it sounds funny saying it, but for like the rescue and other people, the fire chiefs, all that stuff. And just look up, I don't know the link, but GoFundMe, put out by GoFundMe for the flood victims, and they donated themselves $100 grand, and last I looked there were like 160,000 in there. So I don't think a lot of people know about it. I don't think they advertise much. Zoe, I'm having the hardest time. Everything comes out wrong. Everything. I'm like, oh my God, this shouldn't be this fucking hard. So then I'm like, it's got to be the resin. So I bought different resin. Well, I'm using Let's Resin now. It's still fucked up. JP put out a good list of organizations to donate to. Yeah, personally, I don't like organizations. I think most of them are fucking idiots. But I do believe GoFundMe will back up their thing. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of places to raise money. Not raise money. Give money. So that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully this UV resin I'm going to do tonight is going to work. Because after this, I fucking give up. I absolutely give up. Oh, that was another thing, Marie. One of the dogs, some guy was saying that he was trying to get to his sons or something. And I think he got to the sons, and one dog made it. They found one dog, and the other dog perished. But they were so happy that they found one dog that was alive. I was like, yay, puppy. So, but other than that, I haven't heard much of animals. But personally, I think it's because most people aren't going to take their animals camping, but maybe they will. I don't know. Send you a comment later. I fucked up. I'm telling you, Zoe, I'm like, it either comes out bumpy, I do everything I'm supposed to do, or it comes out cloudy, and I'm using Let's Resin for the epoxy. I'm either not mixing or I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong, but nothing is coming out right. So now I'm back on UV resin. I'm going to try this one more time, and if I don't get it, I'm done. I'm fucking over it. Because I can't seem to get this shit right. So, on that note, wish me luck. My woodworking's coming along great. You got to see my latest. But this resin shit is harder than I ever thought possible. So, I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Wish me luck. Pray for me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.